So you might have had a good opportunity after a behavioral assessment to be able to deliver an improvement plan. You might use an app like KeepInMind in order to do that. Let me show you how. We'll launch KeepInMind here, and we've assumed that we've already entered in our user information, so it's welcome John Doe. Now let's create a plan. In this scenario, what we'll do is we're going to remind a teacher to give some positive reinforcement to a student. So let's create this new plan. The new plan is going to be positive reinforcement. We'll click Done and then Save. Within this plan, we can create reminders. So let's start in creating one. The reminder is, did you give Susan positive reinforcement? And we'll click Done. Now here's one of the great features of KeepInMind. So beyond receiving a push notification to improve your behavior, you can also ask for feedback based on that behavior, either a text response or a multiple choice. Let's go with a multiple choice, and we're going to create two choices here. One of those choices is, did you give Susan positive reinforcement today for staying in her seat? And choice number 2 is going to be for participating in class. And we'll click Done. Now this schedule would happen daily. Now let's set it for through the week. The start date, we'll start it today and we'll have the end date happen in a month. And we'll click Next. The next items is you can set the reminders for when this activity will actually happen. We'll set it for one reminder. I showed you one great feature of KeepInMind, and this is the second one. You can set random times to occur. So in this instance, we're going to set a time that occurs 15 minutes before or after the time we select in order for this reminder to pop up. And maybe the best time for this is to come up at 9:45 a.m. 15 minutes before, 15 minutes after. So it's not an appointment, it's more about improving your behavior. We'll click Save and say, this reminder is Susan's reinforcement. We'll click Done and Save. So you've now created a reminder, Susan's reinforcement. Now maybe we want to create another reminder within this plan, and that's when you can select New Reminder. But in this case, we're done, so we'll click Next. Now here's our plan, positive reinforcement. It's got an orange box next to it, so it's waiting to be activated. Let's go ahead and activate this plan. We'll click on the orange box and it says Notice. This will activate the plan and schedule reminders. Great, let's do that, so we'll continue. The box is now green. Now, the teacher can go throughout her day, have her iPhone or her iPod Touch or her iPad in her pocket, and around that time that we selected, she's going to receive a push notification that says, did you give Susan positive reinforcement? When she sees that push notification pop up, she's then going to be prompted for two pieces of information. Did you give her enforcement about staying in her seat or participating in class? So you've now collected this information, you've created the plan, within the plan created reminders, and now you can also generate reports in order to give feedback of how many times this behavior had an opportunity to be improved. And that is how you would use an app like KeepInMind.